So you want to start a YouTube channel? Let's talk about it. In today's video, I'm talking about SEO, keywords, and your channel setup. Now, your search engine optimization and your keywords are going to be very important when you set up your channel. One of the ways that you help the YouTube algorithm place your content in front of the right audience is by making sure that you are optimizing your channel for SEO and keywords. There are a number of sections that you need to fill out as you're setting up your channel on the YouTube backend that will allow you to input your keywords, which will help you to optimize your channel for the algorithm. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of a brand new channel so that you can see all of that on the back end to better understand where all of this will go and how you can help the algorithm to put you in front of the right target audience. If that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. Hi, my name is Chinye and I'm a new business development strategist, and I use my 10 years of corporate finance experience to show you how to start and grow your business even if you have a limited budget. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, and let's get started. Okay, so let's first talk about SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it just means the process of improving your website, your channel, or your individual videos, or even products in your e-commerce store to increase their visibility in search engines like Google, Microsoft Bing, the YouTube search bar, the Etsy search bar, or the Pinterest search bar. So anywhere that you're able to search, SEO just means optimizing your content to get them to rank higher in those search engine results. And of course, the benefit of that is when you rank higher in the results, then people are more likely to find and click on your content. So now that we know what SEO is, let's talk about keywords. So keywords are the tools that you're going to use to optimize your content for better search. Think about it this way. When it comes to YouTube, you want to use keywords that your target audience will most likely be searching for to find your videos or your channel. Keywords come in two forms. You have long tail keywords and then you have short tail keywords. And this just tells you how long of a keyword these are. So short tail keywords are usually about 2 to 3 words long, whereas long tail keywords tend to be longer and more descriptive. So for example, a short tail keyword might be running shoes, whereas a long tail keyword would be best running shoes for winter. Those long tail keywords are very specific and descriptive, but if someone is trying to look for that specific subject, then you can really optimize for that keyword. So essentially, keyword research is simply trying to find those words or descriptors that your target audience is most likely searching for so that you can create content specifically tailored to those keywords, and therefore you're able to reach your target demographic. Now, this can be a bit of a double-edged sword because on the one hand, you're creating videos specifically to reach your target audience, whereas on the other hand, that means that you may not necessarily be creating videos that you want to create. So that's something to think about when keyword researching. Ideally, those two ideas will mesh together so that you're creating content that you want to create, but that your target audience is also looking for. And that's kind of the ideal equation that you want to try to find balance with. Now on YouTube, keywords can be used in a number of places. First, you've got your actual channel where you're optimizing your overall channel through keywords. Then you have optimization for individual videos. So we're going to cover that topic later on when we upload our first video. But for today's video, we're just going to focus on optimizing our actual channel as a whole. So oftentimes when people are trying to do optimization, they focus on using keywords about their audience rather than using keywords focused on what their target audience would most likely be searching for. So for example, they might use something like stay-at-home mom in their keyword as opposed to cleaning videos, which would be more of what a stay-at-home mom might be searching for. So when you're working on your keyword strategy, the first thing I would say is make sure you have a notebook or some place where you can store the keywords that are most relevant to your channel and the content that you're creating. So for me, I use my YouTube content planner, which you can get down below in the description box. So this is just a Google Sheet where I store all of my YouTube related scripts and other information. So this is also where I store my keywords for my channel and individual videos as well. Now, the first thing that you want to do when creating your strategy is to think about the type of content you're creating and the subsequent keywords or questions that your target audience would most likely use in order to find your video or content. The next thing that I would do, especially if you're looking for video ideas, is to go into a keyword research tool or planner and try to find associated words that have relatively low competition but high search volume. Now, this can be a bit tricky because it can oftentimes feel like a guessing game, but a lot of paid search tools will let you type in a keyword that you know is popular, and then they'll recommend other keywords associated with them. So I talked about this in my previous video, but this is one of the reasons why I like vidIQ. So with the paid version, you can target similar channels as yours, and then vidIQ will monitor what those followers are searching for, and it kind of takes the guesswork out of figuring out what people are mostly searching for within your target audience. Now, that's an option, and I think it's a pretty great one. And if you use my link down below to get vidIQ, I do get a small commission, and it does help to support the free content on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in and you'd like to support the channel, then you can click the link down below to grab that link. So now that you have your keywords, we can now optimize your channel for these keywords. So when we're setting up our channel, we're going to have a couple of places where we can strategically place these keywords. So for channel optimization, you have your channel name, your channel description, and your channel tags. These are the three places where you're going to be able to optimize your actual channel. Now, for your channel tags, you can just go ahead and list all of your keywords, both long tail and short tail. For your channel description, you want to make sure that you're using keywords, but try to refrain from loading keywords. What I mean by that is don't just put a whole list of keywords separated by commas, but rather you want to use keywords naturally in sentences that someone would actually be searching for. So for example, on my channel, I might have a sentence that says, on my channel, I show you how to start a business from scratch with no budget. You can see that my long tail keyword of how to start a business with no budget is in a sentence form. Likewise, you can also see that in my channel name and my channel handle. I would refrain from trying to force it into your channel handle though. So if you've got an obscure name, don't try to force that into a handle if it wouldn't fit naturally. Now, if you need additional help with keywords and keyword research, you can go ahead and grab my ebook, The Comprehensive Guide to YouTube, in the description down below. And in that ebook, I give a lot more information on the topic. For now though, let's go right on in and start creating a channel from scratch. Now, the first thing you want to do is to navigate to YouTube. Now, once there, you want to make sure that you're signed into your YouTube account, or excuse me, your Gmail account. Because of course, for those of you who are unaware, YouTube is a Google company, so it will be associated with your Gmail account, and you do need to have a Gmail in order to sign up for YouTube. So once there, you want to go ahead and click on your icon, and you want to create a channel. Now I click on that channel and it gives you a place where you can type your name and a handle. So your handle is simply a place where you can @ yourself, and your name as well. Just something that you can use to identify yourself. Then we'll just create our channel. All right, so that's pretty easy. Your channel has been created. The next thing we want to do is now go to those different areas I talked about previously and now insert our information. So we're going to click Customize Channel. Okay. Once you're done with that, it will now drop us into the YouTube Studio. And a YouTube Studio is essentially where you go in order to manage your channel and to upload your content. So when we now land on this page, you can see it's dropped us in our customization section, but I'm gonna go ahead and start from the very top with these tabs and work our way down. Okay, first we have the dashboard tab, and usually this will give us a brief overview of any kind of analytics or new videos that we've posted. It'll also just drop in some news and content from YouTube specifically. I don't spend a lot of time on this channel. I usually just kind of jump right in. Next, you have your content section. So right now, because this is a new channel, it's blank, but once you start creating content and uploading videos, your videos are actually going to be listed here. You'll also see that there's a place where you can go live, where your live streams are going to be. And then another important part is playlists. And your playlists are just if you want to group a bunch of videos together, similar to how I have my YouTube playlist on my channel. This is where you're going to create that playlist. The next section is analytics. So on this analytics tab, it will show you your watch hours, your subscriber counts, your engagement, any kind of metrics that'll help you to manage your channel. That will be on this tab. You have overview, and then it'll show you your content, which is a lot of your watch hours and that kind of information. Then over here, you'll have your audience tab, and that'll show you any kind of demographic information about your audience. And then finally, I mentioned the keyword research tool within YouTube. That's this here. On this tab right here. So this is pretty self-explanatory. You see there's a way where you can search across YouTube. You can also look at what your viewers are searching for and any kind of saved information as well. So that's going to be right here. Now, obviously this is blank because you don't have any content. So this is going to be something that when you're first starting out, it's not going to be very helpful. But as you really build your audience, you can kind of see what's going on. The next tab is our comments tab. So here you can see all of the comments that people have been leaving across your videos. I personally prefer a social listening engine that is off platform, but this is an option, especially if you're just using YouTube for your socials. Okay, so we're going to skip a couple of these tabs and go on over to our earnings tab. If you want more detail about the subtitles or the copyright or some of that other stuff, you can go ahead and grab that in the ebook. It does go through all of those pages and talks about what's in those tabs. So on this page, the earnings page, if you scroll down, you'll see that it will give you all of your requirements for monetization, specifically for the ad revenue and also for the other items such as super chats and memberships for your channel. So it's going to keep track of all of that down below, so you don't have to kind of try to remember it or anything like that. It does track that for you in the back end. The next tab that I want to point you guys to is the customization tab, and here is where you're going to put a majority of your SEO type items. So I'm going to skip over the layouts tab and we'll briefly touch on the branding tab. So on the branding tab, you can see that's where you can upload your image, your icons, your banner for your the top of your channel, and your watermark. So this is going to be if you want to get more custom with your channel. For people who may not be on the creative side, you can go ahead and have someone from Fiverr go ahead and create these for you. On my channel, I also list the specs for these. So if you want to create them yourself, then you can also go ahead and do that. So I will have that link down below where you can find that freebie with that template. All right, so under the customization section, we can go to the basic information tab. And this is where we're going to add those keyword items. So you can see first our name, then our handle, and then we also are able to put in our description as well. So here is where we're going to make sure that we are being strategic with how we go about doing this. So you have your name, number one, with that, and with your handle, that is something that you can change every 14 days. So I would not get overly hung up on this. This is not a permanent thing. So if you have a channel already and it's not serving you or your business purposes, don't worry about it. You can change it later. And then the next thing I would put is your description. And here is where you're going to want to put in your keywords as sentences. Okay, so go ahead, think about what you'll be doing on your channel and how people would naturally find you. So again, if you're a fashion channel, then go ahead and put those descriptions of what people ideally would be searching for if they're looking for your kind of content. So fashion haul or get ready with me type of content. Don't put I'm a fashion consultant, because that's not necessarily what your audience may be searching for. I mean, maybe they're looking for how to become a fashion consultant type of information, then go ahead and put that. But you really want to think about how your target audience would be searching for your content. And that's what you want to put in this section. Okay, I'm going to keep it short and sweet for the sake of this video, but feel free to go in and use AI to help you with your description. That's totally fine to go ahead and do that. You can try ChatGPT. That's one I use. There are a couple of other AI generators that are specifically geared towards copywriting. So you might want to also think about that as well. The last section that I want to point you to is your settings. Now, on this settings tab, you have a couple of very interesting things that you can do here. I will point you first to your channel settings. Here you can put in your keywords. I've already gone ahead and put in a couple. You could go ahead and type those up, hit enter, and it will input your keywords for you. You also have advanced settings, so those are right here. And then finally, you have feature eligibility. So there are a couple of additional features, as you can see, that YouTube does allow. There are certain things that you're going to have to do in order to unlock these features. I do go through those in my ebook, so you can just go ahead and grab all of that. When you grab the ebook, you'll have all that information. The next tab, which I find very helpful, is the upload defaults. So here, if you want to use a standard template for your name or a standard template for your description, you can actually put that here. So some things that you might have as a standard template for your description might be all of your business inquiry information. So if you want to go ahead and put your email, maybe a simple boilerplate that talks about who you are as a channel or your about, then you can go ahead and put that there. Things that you know that you're going to always put in your videos. I do know a lot of creators, especially if they're doing like fashion or makeup, they'll put like their camera, what camera they're using or what mic they're using, and it'll be a standard part of their description. I know oftentimes people will ask them what kind of camera they're using, and so they'll just have it as a standard boilerplate. And that's something that once you go and upload or create a video, it will always be in the video templates for each video that they create. You've also got a couple of other different options here as well. So we've got permissions, which is if you've got multiple people helping you to manage your channel, who has access to that and who can upload videos. You then have your community tab, and on that community tab, you can just see that you can add moderators to help you manage your channel. You can also put filters on your comments so that if there are things that you think you don't want people to be able to leave in your comment section, you can go ahead and put that there. I did talk about this in my video on privacy and security, where I talked about using filters to filter out any kind of information that you don't want people to put in your comments. So for example, if you don't want your real name out there, you can put that your real name on this section, and that way if anyone accidentally kind of puts that out there, maybe they know you in real life and come across your content, it can filter out your name for you. Now the last two sections are just some kind of standard boilerplate stuff from YouTube. I don't really touch those, but you can put those in there as well. All right, so that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any additional questions or comments that you want to ask me, go ahead and put those down below and I will try to get to them as quickly as possible. If you need any additional help with creating your own strategy for YouTube or even your day 100 business strategy for any future business endeavors, feel free to go ahead and find me at my website at businessonabudgetco.com and go ahead and book that session with me. All right, again, thank you so much for watching.